Is everyone else working on their apples or do you have
I'm
any
wor-
questions?
I'm working on my apples. I may have a question here in a minute as to what color to add to this because when you're looking at it, it's gray. The background is gray. And then you're changing it to, whatever blues and yellows and oranges and all this other stuff. So that's why I may have a question as to
Where to go with that?
where to go with it.
Oh, wow, Susan, that's a pretty picture. What's your question? Oh, I lost him. You want to be careful. Just as a side note about finishing one object before you want to kind of work around the whole painting because when you finish one thing, it becomes precious, and then you're afraid to work back into it. And sometimes when you add other colors or other things around it, it's going to influence what happens with the apples. Because then if you get it too finished, then it looks, um, this is future because this is for the future. Because when you get something really finished and done and it's perfect, and then when you start adding other stuff around it and it needs to adjust or move or add to, then it gets really hard to touch it. So,
And that's kind of what I did. I did each apple separate.
mm,
I work my way here till I have my apples exactly how I wanted them.
yeah, that's a risk that you'll run. Um, because as you start adding more into it,
Hmm.
like the colors influence each other. Um,
Right.
Otherwise it can end up looking photoshopped in, like cut and paste. You're like,
Okay.
wait, what? I can see your OCD just like bah, 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 bah.
Well, yeah, well, and that's kind of what I have because I'm trying to make um like the behind behind these apples, I'm making this darker because there's shadow. I have what I did is I made a picture. I made your picture and so that I could follow it. I made
Right,
it in color
right.
and so I'm putting the dark
Oh,
in
wow.
back here is what
Right,
I'm trying to do. Um, and so now then I need to make the folds, and then I also need to make the shadows where it brings the apples down
onto the table,
onto the table. Yes.
the cast
So
shadows.
yes. So I'm trying to think of what to put to this blue in order to if I add like a purple,
Okay, so let
because
me let me get Susan's question quick, and then we'll
okay,
talk about that. Okay,
okay.
because that's a good question, and I think we're all going to benefit from that. Susan, what was your question about your photo?
Well, I was wondering, I as far as where to start. Nancy and I were discussing you would probably do the blue in the background in the sky first.
I
We also
always
talk about maybe the paper towel thing and maybe,
You're working with acrylics?
yeah,
Okay, so let me go here. So when you're working with a landscape and you have it drawn on your canvas,
yes, very simply.
perfect, simple shapes. You don't want to do a lot of detail, especially with acrylic, because you found out that when you paint over it, you lose it. So if you spend all the
Yeah.
time to put all the detail in, the minute you put color on top of it, it's gone. So
Yeah.
that's but where to start? I would start with the sky, and I would, if I were painting this, I would just take my brush and start laying in some blue. And I wouldn't worry about the clouds right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I would scrumple in the blue.
Okay.
I guess you would want to paint your clouds because this tree, um, it would be easier to paint the tree over it than
Mhm.
to paint the sky behind it.
Okay.
Because then you're trying to fill in all these little nooks and crannies.
Right.
And um, in the sky is always lighter than anything than the landscape. So you don't want to go with a dark blue. There's this thing, you'll see painters that will do a dark blue sky. And the problem with that, that's a source of light. And it needs to be lighter. In reality, the sky isn't darker. There are options, if it's getting ready to rain and that sort of thing, yes. But it will be lighter or darker if it's a stormy or an evening. But do you see when you squint, just do you see how this, even the darkest blue, it's still going to be lighter
Mm-hmm.
than the grass. So you want to keep the sky bright because that's what makes this painting, this photo so pretty. Keep it bright, but I would go ahead and paint your clouds. Go ahead and paint the sky. Get that in
Okay.
first. And then
So you
just
would kind of do the blue kind of splotchy around and then stick the clouds in between.
so the
Do
way
you
I would
actually, or do you actually paint the clouds with a white or a real light blue, or leave it just canvas in the back?
no, don't want to leave you don't want to leave it canvas. Um, I would just get the blue in where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me go back. Revert. I would just start putting blue in, and while it's still wet, and do you see how this is kind of a warm blue, like the cerulean blue? Do we have cerulean blue, the warm blue?
Yes.
And this is a little bit more cooler down here, right? And the reason is, I would suspect that's in the distant, and that's a shadow on the clouds. You'll find that on clouds, and you'll see paintings, they look like they have these dark woolly bears for shadows on clouds, but clouds are light. Um, the shadow on the cloud cannot be dark. It's pretty light. Um, so I would do the warm blue, mix up some of the cool blue and with the white. And just while it's still wet, you get this in there, you scumple it in real quick. How big canvas are you working on?
I'm doing an 8x10.
Oh, perfect. Just kind of scumple it in, get some color on there. Not really heavy, just play with it, get some color on. And then while it's still a little bit wet, then have some white, especially up here, and just kind of smush it in, fuzzy edges, so that the paint mixes a little bit here. And then just to have a little bit of this cool blue mixed up with the white, so it's not super dark. You want to lighten the value, right? And then just kind of smush. So when I paint like this, I'll do like this. I'll just kind of go get it in there. Just think sky thoughts and then pick up some white and think clouds. Think clouds, how fuzzy they are. And just kind of scrumple. Get some white in and then maybe some of the cool blue and scrumple that in. You don't want a lot of detail out there because it's doesn't no hard edges. You want everything soft. They're clouds and they're the background. So we want to keep it soft. Okay.
Okay.
And then I would even, so much to say is to kind of bring some of that color down into the ground a little bit. maybe put a little bit right here, scrump a little bit of that color here. Because right now with our apples, we've noticed what we are seeing is we have this orange top and blue bottom, and you want to unify the color. You don't want it so separate. So you could put a little bit of that blue in here, which I see that right here. Just kind of scrumple it. And then you could always layer over the top of it. And then if you have color under it, it'll pop through. Okay?
Okay.
Play with your sky.
Scrumple it, just scrumple it in there.
Start scrumpling. Okay. Lisa, you're
Yes.
talking about shadows.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, who, for the rest of you that are doing your apples, for the rest of you, do you want to do a pattern on the table or do you want to keep it solid?
Oh, I want to keep it solid. I mean, that's,
That's fine. That's good. How about Nancy and Diane? Do you want to try? You want to play with this?
Yeah, I kind of like the pattern on the.
I think I'm going to try it just to see how I do.
Yeah, you're here. What I say with this, you're here. So why not try? Right?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to try it. See, it's acrylic. It
Yeah,
can be
yeah, it's
manipulated.
acrylic. And if you don't like it, and that's the beautiful thing with acrylic, we're finding what happens if you don't like it, what can you do?
Throw
Paint
it
over
away.
it. We can do that too.
Oh, you chew it up, you stomp it, you rip it, and you throw it away.
There you go.
You get really aggressive. No, you can paint over it. That's the beautiful thing with acrylics. You can layer and layer and layer. And each layer, and what's really cool, I'll have to show you an oil painting that I did. What's really cool is you've got all that bright color underneath it, and as you layer on top, it's going to show through. And that's when that color underneath shows through color on top. That's where it gets really interesting. And you're like, where'd that come from? You know, it's just it adds an element. Um,
Okay, here's my only dilemma with what you've laid out.
mhm.
My apples and my bucket are higher on my page.
Oh, then you're going to show more. Then you're going to show more of your canvas or this.
Yeah, it's the balance for what you have is a lot different than what I have.
Let me see what you got. Hold it up.
Now I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, you're fine.
So
You're
I
good.
don't have as much
It's going to be
green
perfect.
here. Yeah.
You're going to show this.
Yes. I'm going to be halved of what? Yep.
That's fine.
Okay.
And guess what? Guess what you can do, Diane? My trees stop here. You could take your trees down further.
Okay.
So you can, the background is just a suggestion.
Okay.
That's the thing. And Lisa, are you?
I'm here.
I'll say something. I think you'll enjoy this. I think you'll like this. This is just a suggestion. So we're the artist. We can choose if we don't want an apple there, we could leave it out. If we want a green apple over there, we can paint it green. You get to
Okay.
you get to orchestrate your own painting. You don't have
Okay.
to copy, you know, and I feel like I have to have something to look at. We're copying what we see.
Mhm.
But it's fun too as an artist. You can switch it up, you can change it, you can make it, if something is in the right spot, you can move it in your painting. That's a cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, let's address shadows. So Lisa, you're talking about shadow.
Yes.
So you want to keep this solid. Go ahead and drop a picture, and then we could talk about that.
Okay. And I'll show you what I have.
And the hard part, let's see.
Try not to get too many shadows of my own on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find. All right. Okay, all right, just a sec. Give me a second. I'm
Sure.
gonna drop it down. Can you send me another one with the full canvas? It's like the picture you took,
Okay.
you see that?
Well, let me see if my phone will decide to work today. So what? Why is it sideways?
Oh, are you an iPhone?
I am an iPhone and
You can set
it was
the,
upside down. So, hey,
okay, you got it figured out.
I got it figured out. You can see see if I can get, sometimes, let me do this real quick. I get such shadows, so I'm gonna lean it up so I don't. There
Yeah,
we
that's
go.
the best way to take a picture. My tablet, suddenly might disappear. Okay. Oh,
Okay. You should get that.
let's see. Yeah, that's better. Sorry, I'm looking at your picture that you sent. I'm standing here thinking about it out loud in my head.
Would
Another
you add
family not
like
here.
purple to the shadows because the apples are red and they would cast kind of a,
Yes, you're doing it. And a couple things you might want to do is, oh shoot. Let me change my camera so I could show everyone. Okay, for Lisa, she's talking about what to do. Right now, our apples are floating, and they need some cast shadow in order to feel like they're sitting on the table, not floating above the
right.
table. And so when I I took a picture of it's pretty dramatic, and the color is different than yours, but
Mhm.
and it doesn't really show much influence of color in here.
Mm-mm.
Maybe a little bit of a green. I feel a little green in there.
Right.
Make it
So
thick, runnier, yeah.
this this apple, and even when you do that, do you see how with the shadow side of the apple is darker?
Mm-hmm.
It's dimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so what you're going to have to do is draw your shadow lines. And so what color do you use? It's a big thing. First of all, you start with your shadow lines. And then the shadows, since the light, well, let's see. It depends on the direction of light, but on the light here, do you see how the shadows are angled that way? And as they come
Sure.
around to the front apple over here, do you see how they do this?
Mm-hmm.
The shadows radiate from the apples. So I would suggest you do two things here, not just one. Um, it's possibly dark enough, and I think you might need to add some light.
I
You're
need to,
gonna you're gonna influence your shadows
okay.
with a color, and then you're going to, let's see. So this is all your shadow right here. So I would, um, if you try lightening, right now it's pretty dark. And when I squint, the value here is nice. This one I would add a little bit of red to make it a little bit more purple. Um, soft
Okay.
edges, same here.
All right.
You're gonna mix the darker color that has a little bit of red and a little bit of green in it.
Okay,
So
but what
take-
I'm doing is I'm taking it from here, okay? And instead of having quite so much shadow, I don't know if you can see this, but the the color on the apples was influenced by the light in this picture, and then the shadows are different. They don't go down that far. They go, they kind of go off to the side a little bit here, and they're darker up in here.
you want to keep it more to,
Well, because the apples are done, I don't want to, and that's what influenced the white, is the light where it's coming in on this picture. And as you can see, here, this is lighter here, and this is lighter here, and then also like the tops of the folds that you had originally on the original picture that you had sent us. So
yeah,
that's
I
why I was
know.
wondering if
You want to stay to that?
I want to stay to that. Yes, the original picture, since that's what I'm kind of working off of.
Okay, so then those colors, when I look at that photo of the
Okay.
original photo,
Okay.
let me pull that up. So with this is
Who's gonna dry lighter?
right now
Yeah.
what you have on the table is really bright. This is a duller color, but I see, so then, okay. So your shadows will be, draw your shadows in, and they go back here. And again, I think it's what you'll want is to add a little bit of light.
You think my say this is a cloth or whatever, you think it's too dark?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to maybe if you lighten it to about this value here,
Okay.
but if you come in, let's see. I think if you just scrumple some lighter color, let me try to get this. I'm trying to do this real quick on there. Let me get, let's see. And that's not supposed to be yellow. Okay, I'm just going to do yellow and we'll go with that. And I think if you scrumple a lighter color in here
Mm-hmm.
and leave the shadow, and the lighter color can be kind of a grayed down blue,
Okay.
and just,
Mm-hmm.
and back here I would leave this.
Light over the blue, you see a little of that blue through it,
Yeah,
and then so
that's
that helps
okay.
kind of blend it and soften it.
Yeah, do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And even this is a bit too white.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I just wanted to remember where they were, because originally we had put red down. Remember when we kind of rough drew stuff?
Yeah.
We had put shadows and lines, so I put that there.
It seemed
Okay.
like it when you painted over it, it just.
So even here, over here, let's see, let's go to, I wish can you change the color of this? Maybe you can. Wouldn't that be cool? White. Okay, that's kind of cool. So right here, you want to lighten here, all
Mm-hmm.
this front.
Okay.
And you could use this color right here that you got and keep it bright if you want.
Keep it bright.
If you want.
Okay.
If you want to keep it bright, you could use this color. The thing is for the dark here, you want to make sure it wraps around here, the apple.
Right.
And this right here is definitely purple. See that?
Mm-hmm.
It'll change. It'll
Yeah.
look darker once.
And this is like a cool
It'll look darker
purple in
once you
there.
put that tree
I
in
just
there.
thought
around it.
my brush strokes look so Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and play with that.
Mhm.
It's put
Okay.
a lighter color. It's gonna put a lighter color down here
Okay.
and just kind of feel into
Better
the
do something just like
photo, like you
this
said,
brush was different. Not
and
like the color
paint what
was,
you see.
but
Okay.
not as
Okay.
wet.
I will,
Mhm.
I will,
Start taking
I
it
will
off.
do a little,
Scrumpling.
scrumpling.
Word of the
Okay.
day is scrumple.
We're scrumpling. All right. Now, let's get you guys started on the table with the cloth. So let's see. Let me change.
Michelle, could you please put that picture or silhouette it on Facebook?
This one?
No, the one with the tablecloth.
One with the tablecloth. Our final that we're working on.
Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Because I'm doing it from videos.
Would you be able to take a picture with your iPhone and add it to our
Yeah.
page?
Yeah, I can do that. Speaker. Oh, shoot. Hold the phone. I'm working digitally now. Spotlight for everyone.
I understand.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I've got remove spotlight on there. Okay, so this is what we're working on. But let me get a photo of it. Darn it. Snipping.
Try
Like
the
this.
brush and go.
Oh, like this.
There you go.
Oh, what you do?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
The look you want or not, but
Well, I don't know these.
Oh, this is
No
cool.
idea
I love
about everything.
this. You guys, it's awesome. Okay, you're gonna love this. All right.
just
Hold the
show
phone.
you instead of
Oh, okay.
just real
I'm
brush.
Okay.
okay, I'm opening up
Try to get some of that off of here.
Facebook.
But, oh well.
You can always go back when you're done and lighten it up, but
Yeah.
and your trees, leaves on the trees kind of go up in there too.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Oh yeah, I'll be covering a lot.
Yeah, it's nice too, like when you do the leaves and you'll have that blue showing through. You'll love that. Okay. Finding it. You're gonna love this. Screenshots. You guys are asking a lot from me.
Sorry,
I
not even supposed to be here today.
know. I'm like, I told Mark, I go, I spoil my students, don't I? I can't help it. Okay, look at that photo. Look what you're gonna be painting. I love it. I popped it into the group. Lisa, your
Yeah,
apples are beautiful.
Thank you.
But just know that try not to, never mind. I'll let you go.
Try not to overthink it like I do.
Yes.
I knew that was coming.
Yes. And the photo in the group is a little bit fuzzy, but you know what? That's okay. That's all right. I'll try to get a better photo later. But there you go. That's perfect. This is perfect to work from when you're painting. Oh, you know what? I forgot an apple. Shoot.
Oh yeah, they are arranged a little differently, aren't they?
Yeah. But that's all right. We're using inspiration.
Right.
And all right, let me do another snipping. Now that I'm an expert at this. Can you really see it? You can't see the background apples, so can
Oh.
Okay, that's good enough. All right, new. I'm going to do stuff the second time. It's not as good as the first time. Okay, that's good. All right, so Diane asked a question before we got on camera about the tablecloth. And do you remember the question? Do you want to go ahead and ask it, Diane?
So the question was, since we're working with acrylics, when I want to change this and have some fun with it, will my pencils, maybe I'm working right now with a 2B, just be able to work easily with the acrylics, or what paints or what's best to use when we change the scenery and want to add like specific things, like we're adding lines and some other fun stuff. So
Don't worry about the details.
my question was about, what do we
Just get the color
pencil
on
in
it.
with after we've painted on acrylic?
You
So
can fine tune it with when you get.
Yeah.
after
So
you
this
shoot.
that's why I held off answering, because it's a great
I
question.
have trouble with that, like, as far as I always want to like finish, so it's hard.
So question is, we're adding this tablecloth. The background's easy, right? Because we're just going to be dropping in a background. This. And that's going to be easy to figure out how to get that in there.
And I'm gabbing.
Yeah.
So that's right there. But the
Mhm.
tablecloth, yes,
Yeah.
you can use a pencil. Yes, you can draw it in. Because acrylics will cover pencil. It's plastic, so it won't bleed through. You can also just paint it on, like we did. Remember how we use a paintbrush to go over the lines? Remember
Yes.
how we did that? Well, you could take a paintbrush and just paint the lines on. Or you can paint in, and it's a little bit more of a challenge, you can paint in the diamonds. You can get really fancy.
Mhm.
Sure.
And like mine, I have some shadow under here. If you don't have a shadow under your apples, go ahead and put some down. Because they're kind of interesting. So I think
I'll lose my shadow with the towel.
how what?
I'll lose a lot of my shadow in the beginning because of the towel.
Yeah, we will. But we're gonna put on dry brushy so that some of that color is gonna come through it.
Don't worry about it.
No.
Okay. So let's talk about, I'll go ahead and get some color for the stripes.
Very,
And
very,
very light.
what am I doing? I'm trying to move my iPad without dropping it. So give me a sec. And another thing too, first of all, let's get this in. And I'm gonna draw. All right. I'm thinking out loud right now. And I'm not saying everything I'm thinking. So mix a color, and I want it to be a darker blue. And mine is predominantly blue. If yours is more predominantly purple, makes a darker purple. Which is interesting because I've got two different colors here. I've got this one, which is predominantly blue. Oh, I found that photo I was looking for, Lisa. And this one, the stripes are more purple. Do you see that?
Mhm.
So this one I would do a darker blue. And this one I'd probably do a darker purple, a bluish purple. I don't know.
Okay.
But I kind of like purple. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to stay with the blue. But I want to make it not just blue. I want to put some other color into it. So that's where I'll put some color down. And when I do this sort of thing, I don't really mix it. I'll show you what I do. Because my painting is so loose. So I'm just gonna allow it to be loose and not force it into a mixed color. Oh, that's not what I want. Just a sec. I got the wrong camera. Just a sec. And you know, the fun thing about this, it can go really fast. This isn't something that requires a lot of detail on it. And I'm going to get your smallest brush that you have.
I have to stick my brush in my teeth this time.
And do you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of figuring out where I'm with these lines. And I'm going to do it. What do I do with my iPad? I'm going to follow it's kind of hard to follow on the screen, isn't it? Or not? I don't know. So you can either look at the screen, the image up here, or you can grab the photo from the group. Good night. I keep losing. And then what I do is I take a dry brush and I kind of feel my way around the painting where I want to put them. If you use a pencil, I don't know that would show.
We'll find out. I just did.
Does it show?
I haven't started painting over the top of it.
No, I mean, does it show on your painting?
Oh yeah, nicely.
So, Nancy, are you drawing it on or are you painting it on?
I was just gonna try painting it on, but
Okay. So the cool thing about painting on, oh, perfect. So I'm just kind of painting, this stripe goes up, over, down, and over. This one is a little bit more angled out over here. So it goes up, over, down. It kind of follows the contour of the fabric. And then this one right here kind of goes out here. And then there's a little one back here. So I'm just kind of working around the painting. And do you see this little fold right here? And then it goes up like that. And then the edge of the fabric comes over here. And I'm drawing this edge right here. I'm going to take it off the canvas. Like this corner of the fabric, I'm taking it off the canvas. And I drop down a little bit and then bring it back in. And then there's a little humpy there, right there. And the way the fabric comes up. And then it comes down. There. See? Fabric. Then I could do the other stripes. This one. And it's a little bit lighter, isn't it? So I'm going to add a little bit of the white to lighten the stripe that goes the other direction. And it's just kind of watery and loosey. And then this stripe here comes down. Not enough color, so I'm gonna add more color. And this one comes over here. And fabric crumples and rumples, and it does its fabric-y thing, so the lines aren't straight by any means. And they just have to look good. They don't have to be perfect. That one doesn't show, so I'm going to do a little bit more this way. And now I've got some color here. And I like having some shadow in here, even though it's not over there. I like this. So I'm going to start with this one. And I'm just going to, let's see. The fabric goes, do you see how it humps up in the picture? There's a little bit of, so now I'm just kind of filling in the squares. And I'm going to leave some of that shadow over here. I like this color being different than that color. I like that. Actually, this is where that, now I'm starting to renegotiate what I was doing because remember that the fabric comes, there's a roll right here. So now there's a little bit of a shadow in here, underneath here. Remember all that careful color mixing that we did? I'm sorry. As she laughs evilly.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an evil laugh.
But the reason I did that is so that when I talk color, you totally understand. You want to gray down, you want to knock the chroma down a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. There's no question about it, is there? Maybe the doing it is a little bit of a challenge. So I just mixed up a little bit of a, can you see my palette? There we go. So that's what I'm working in, this puddle. And I just made a little bit of a shadow color under here for that little fold. See how it feels like the fabric's folding over? And I'll come up here and get some of that purpley color that I lost. So I'll just mix up some more. And then I'm okay. I'm okay if stuff shows through, the lights show through in there. That's what makes it interesting. And you want to get that feeling in the fabric is rolling. And I'm just looking at the photo and painting what I see. So I'm gonna look actually up on the camera because you can't see my iPad when I hold it up. So like this one is a little bit light. This little triangle's lighter. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some light into it. This is what makes painting fun. Is just to allow yourself to play. There are times when I get real serious and I have to really think about what I'm doing. But do you see how it's starting to, and I'm going to bring out that shadow right here. So I'm just quickly laying in color. If you had a really dark, who has a really dark background underneath?
I think mine is kind of.
So,
Pretty light, I think.
so Nancy, for you, you might want to draw some shadow lines like I did with, like what I showed with Lisa's, and then give yourself some shadow lines so that you have some of that dark showing, and then put the lighter value over to create the squares. And I'm going to leave this color a little bit darker and make this fabric a little bit lighter. I was telling Lisa a little bit earlier when you all were kind of bouncing back and forth, Susan and Nancy.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do here is I'm just using this image as a reference, but I don't have to stay with it. I don't have to make this a totally blue, light blue. I like what I have now. But to get the tablecloth to separate, I like that the tablecloth is a little bit lighter. So then I'm just going to scrumple some light color into it. To create a separation, and it's not going light enough. And that's the problem with acrylics, is it dries darker. So I'm just going to get some, I'm just going to pull an edge of light here. So I want that edge to show. I want to show that this is different there. I want to show the tablecloth is different than the actual table. Oh, if you really want to get challenging, I just saw something. Do you see how we see the front of the table? Lisa, I'm not sure if you can show the front of the table on yours. Can you?
No.
You're pretty low on the. I'm just going to cut an edge right here. And I don't know that that really showed much.
It did. I can see it.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get a little bit braver. And I probably need a different color. I want this to be a little bit darker, dimmer. So on the table top there, and I want to cut an edge between that one. And then I want the tablecloth a little bit lighter. So I'm just mixing up a little bit of that purpley color. I like the shadow underneath the apple. And then it rumples, it goes up and then down. So I'm working around the folds. So do you hear how I'm talking through it, what I'm doing? And I'm going to put that right there. Oh, and the outline, I'm not sure if I like the outline, so I'm just going to put a little bit of white over it. I don't mind it. I don't mind a broken outline. I don't want a solid outline. My scrumpling got a little bit too vertical, and this is a flat table, so I want the scrumple, the dark shadows to be flat, horizontal. I don't want them to be vertical because it's on a table. Here. Oh, Diane's here. Sister Diane. She sounds like a nun then.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just laughed. Not that my sister isn't a nun, but and then sorry, Diane, I'm talking about you. You're just now entering. Here I am talking about you.
What were you saying about me?
That you're a sister, like
Oh,
a nun, and how wonderful you are.
oh, a sister like a nun.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
That's funny.
Okay, I'm gonna put my fabric here. I don't want to put high up on the bucket the way I have it over in the photo. I want to pull it back. And now I'm thinking composition. I'll do it in red so that you can see it. So I'm thinking about, and let me have everyone's eyeballs real quick. So as right now in the photo, do you see how it's breaking out over here? The fabric is breaking out right here. And that's going into the hole. I don't like that. I think it fits better over here. So do you see the line, how it pulls this way?
Mhm.
And then because of the apples and the circle, it's starting to pull this way. And the lines are pulling you up into it. Do you see that? So some of this I just do because I've done so many paintings, but now I'm starting to think about line and composition and how it flows. So the goal for a painter is to keep the eye into the focal point. And right now the focal point, where do you think it is? When you
The
look
green
at
apple.
what's the first thing you see?
The green apple.
Yeah, the green apple.
And
Yes.
it's the reason
That's
it's the focal. Do you know why it's the focal point?
the lightest one.
A color has to do with it. It's the only green apple on the plate, right? On the here. And also you're right. This is the lightest light, or this is a light against a dark. And it's a hard edge. So that creates the focal point. If I were to come up here, and I'm going to put a hard edge right here. Now what becomes the focal point?
That white line.
The top of the bucket, yeah.
Now this takes the second place. That becomes the focal. So this is a trick that artists use. This is a tool, not a trick. Well, a visual trick is the darkest dark, darkest light, or lightest light, darkest dark, and a hard edge in between. So what if I come into this apple and I lighten it?
I just flipped paint on me.
And then I'm going to create a really hard edge right here. Let's see what happens. So I lightened it a little bit. Did that move it?
To me, it competes, but it
It
still didn't take away from the white.
I agree. It competes, but doesn't. The white's still stronger. So I'm going to go ahead and and I'll tell you what, red. You put red in a painting and it takes over. Your eyes will go for it. Another thing, I'm going to soften this edge up here. See if I can soften it. If something is becoming a focal point and you don't want it to be, you dim it down a little bit and you soften it. So it's still white. I'm just going to soften the edge if I can. And sometimes putting a mid-tone beside it, underneath it, will soften it. It's still pretty strong, isn't it? I'm just going to fuzz it out. There. There. I fuzzed it with a dirty brush. I pulled it with a paper towel, and we're good. That's it. And if I don't like it, and this, remember what you can do with acrylics? If you don't like it, what can you do?
Paint over it.
Paint
Yeah.
over it.
Got it. And sometimes it becomes better than what you originally did. And there's always this fear of what if I can't get back to where I was? And here's another thing. If you've done it once, you could do it again. And the second time you do it, it's going to be better. Okay, so you want to lay in your fabric. And here's kind of a design choice. In the fabric, do you want to make it a little bit darker or lighter? I don't want the bucket See how in the photo the bucket kind of blends into the background? So I don't really want it to be a bright blue. And I'm testing. Do you see me test color up here? And that feels a little too dark, a little too blue. Lisa, are you dying right now?
Me?
The way I'm moving color around
Oh,
here.
no, no,
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm good.
All right. Okay. Technical difficulties. So if I don't like it, I'll just keep mixing until there. Till I find something that speaks to me. Doing the blue was too blue-ish. So I threw in other colors to lower the chroma. Because this is on the side, I want to link the bucket to the edge. I want to link it over here. If you have, who has a light color over here that's super bright?
I have an orange and yellow.
Yeah,
So-
mine's more orangey kind of.
It's pretty bright, isn't it?
Yes.
And do you see how it's moving? Here, I'll put my light color over here. Do you see how I'm starting to move the painting? So now the bucket's starting to come out from the background rather than being placed. It just gives it something to link to the edge of the canvas. And now I just put some white on there and I'm gonna go in, mix up a green. So my mixes, and you may not paint like this. You may, and I'm not doing what I taught you guys how to do, am I? I said, mix up your colors and have piles of colors. Remember that? But I also remember I told you I don't paint like that typically. I want to. Maybe I will next time. I'm just going to start putting in the background. Okay, Sister Diane, what you got?
Well, I flicked a bunch of paint on the front of me, so I had to get that off. Um, and I haven't done anything to mine since I sent that picture.
Okay. What's your plan?
I don't know. What I have in my head, I feel like isn't going to come out on my canvas.
Can you describe what's in your head?
Well, I like the towel underneath the apples and stuff, but
If you know,
I don't
if
know if my mad skills have me able to make it look like that.
you want to try, Elisa's not doing it. She decided to stay to the original photo. So you can do that.
I can't
Okay.
get old.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to
But
do
I still
this.
need to put something in the back to break up this orange.
Can you try copying my painting?
Like with the trees and stuff.
Yeah.
I can try.
So you want to put the blue,
I
the
kind
blue
of have a
the blue cloth. And honestly, I don't like my blue cloth, my color, so I'm gonna change that. Now that's a little dry. I'm just gonna scrumple some. This is how you scrumple.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
When I use the term scrumpling, this is scrumpling. And then you can scrumple over the edge.
I think that blue that I'm using is too close to the blue that's in my bucket. Okay, I'm gonna break out some blue. Try not to wear it.
That's a good plan.
It looks better on the palette in my picture than it does on my shirt. Okay.
Now the trees in the background are really warm, which I kind of like the warmth back here and the warmth of the apples. I think that makes a nice, this got a little too cool. So now I'm thinking about warm and cool. But this yellow back here is a little cooler. Do you see that in the, yeah, in the quick photo? Whatever I put back here though, I want it to be a little bit duller, lower chroma. I don't want it to be super bright. Why do I say that? What happens if I put really bright in the background?
It's
It,
gonna
it, it
draw
pulls
your
it
eye
down.
to that.
Draw your eye back there.
Yep, it'll pull your eye right in the front.
Until now, I did my apples all wrong.
So when you put cool, and I lost my tablecloth. I brought that down, so I'm just reestablishing my tablecloth here. Yes. So if I went in with a bright blue, and I'll show you. See if I can get a bright, let's see, a bright green. You're not going to be able to see it. And I'm working with a dirty paintbrush. You can't get bright colors if you have a dirty paintbrush. And it's good to use multiple. A good brush habit is to have multiple brushes, one for your lights and one for your darks. And the two shall not mix. That's a good habit. So a lot of times you'll see artists and they'll have their hand and have you ever seen an artist paint? They'll end up with this. They'll be holding a claw of brushes like this, and they'll keep one for the darks and one for the lights. Because the minute you put lights into darks, what happens?
It gets muddy.
It gets muddy. And the minute you put a dark into the light, it's hard to get the lights back. But so you're going to see the way I paint. So you do what I say, not what I do. Or find what's comfortable for you. That's even better. So trying to find so the yellows, when you start mixing and especially with these apples and stuff. But have you all noticed, Diane Esser brought this up. When she was using, it made a difference depending on the color she used of yellow. Was it a warm color or cool color? And it impacts your green mixes drastically. Have you experienced that yet?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And some of that is just literally getting to know your colors.
Yeah, I
So-
used the dark yellow for all my apples.
The warm yellow,
Yes.
that worked better. And it
Yeah.
depends on which blue you use.
I just use the basic, the aquamarine. Is that what it is? Aquamarine,
Ultramarine. Yeah.
ultramarine. Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. You were so close.
I'm trying to use the sky blue.
Well, and it'll be different. The
It's
ultramarine,
cooler.
yes. So if you use the ultramarine with the lemon yellow, it's going to have a brighter green. If you do it with the warm yellow, it's going to be more of a natural green.
Well,
So
I'm
if
still
you-
working on the
Right, and then I'll go back in and add the,
curtain thing.
yeah, What in the world would you say?
So the colors that you choose, warm or cool, it makes a difference.
For the stone, yeah.
And even then, when I say that,
Little tiny bit of brown?
and see, that's almost getting too dark or too,
Or even the color you got on the garment, just a whole lot lighter. Yeah. And really probably don't need anything except just to kind of the mortar in between. Oh, yeah. And let this grayish color show through. Evidently went over that part. Right, you can come.
how you doing, Susan?
All right, I'm trying to figure out kind of like the stone color. What color is the stone?
Show her what you got.
I
Yeah, show me what you got.
Can you see the?
Oh, are you holding it up?
yes.
Um, let's see. Let me look at the photo.
And then I'll go in and I mean I know the barn's got a lot of red in it and stuff later, but
And this, barns are really fun to scrumple on. Because the barn, and this color right here,
mm-hmm.
go with the darkest color. It's easier. It'll be more interesting if you go with a dark color and then put the light on top of it. And use your
Okay.
brush to build the bricks out.
Okay.
So, and when you're doing when you're doing that, your bricks,
Yeah.
you'll take your brush, and they aren't all the same, are they? The stones.
No.
So you're gonna mix up colors. You'll mix up colors. You'll mix up a pink, a salmon-y color, a warm salmon color. You'll have
Okay.
a purple color over here. Do you see the variety of colors?
Yes. Now
And
I
wait,
do. Now I see the peach. I didn't see it before.
can you see it?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of colors here. And even this, it's not one color. So
Right.
the
I
color you
plan.
put,
Yeah. I figure I would go back with all the reds and the browns or bricky color. I don't know.
so
It used to be painted.
I see an aqua color here, like a
Oh.
green. I see some red. I see some purple and blue.
Yeah.
And what would be cool with that is if you get all those colors mixed up on your palette, and then you could just start pulling, you could pull the bricks in. Or on here, you're going to pull your brush down with
Uh-huh.
color.
Okay.
Okay. And I wouldn't paint around the leaves. I would just go ahead and pull it down through.
Okay.
And the top is a little darker and the bottom's a little lighter. Do you see that?
Yes.
And actually the top is redder
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom is bluer. Can you see that? This is warmer
Yeah.
up here and cooler down here.
Okay.
With this, it's just a variety of layering and layering of color and just having fun with it. And sometimes you could put, if you use a wider brush, you could put multiple colors on your brush.
Oh.
And then when you pull it down, it's going to give, it won't look like it's forced
Yeah.
or intentional. That's what, um, when you enter a show and people see your work, there's a couple things, brushwork, how you handle the brushwork, how you put the paint down. That's what makes a master painter, is because they know their tools and they could just they'll put some color in the brush and they'll do this. Whoosh. They'll just go whoosh, and it's done. And it's like the most beautiful, perfect shape and color, and it's just there. And so when we're painting, I'm scrumpling in the background, but when you start going into more of the finished, you just want to lay the color down and walk away from it. what does that mean?
I still think it's something like
I just.
you're very much born with, like a pianist, only certain people can really play. I'm just like,
Well, but even I played piano, and for 10 years, I took lessons for 10 years when I was 35 with the girls. And the thing about piano, it's just like with painting. When I first start playing, um, my very first song that I was able to use both hands and my foot all at the same time. I played for Mark. I clunked through it, got through it. I was so proud of myself. And I go, "What, Mark, what song did I play?" He goes, "I don't know." And it was the hokey pokey.
Mm.
But I was so proud of myself because when I started playing piano, I said, I'm going to have fun. Because when I played flute, I beat myself up all the time. But when I played piano, first I said, Michelle, you're going to have fun at every level, every step of where I play. And the thing about playing piano is you get to a level. If you know piano, you'll get to a level and all of a sudden your fingers fumble all over them like you've never played before. And it just means you're getting ready to go to the next step. So, and it's the touch. It's a touch. So that's
Michelle?
what you're learning with painting. You're doing the same thing with painting. Right now it's clunky, right?
Mhm.
Do you feel like you're walking through a manure patch right now?
yeah, I just, my son, who's a very good artist, saw my apples. He goes, well, maybe you could pull it off as an abstract.
And you don't show family members who are artists.
yeah, that's what I told her.
They
My,
are
or
your
your husband. My daughter said,
worst
good at
critics.
her.
You definitely don't show them to the kids. But right now, you may feel like you're stomping through it. You don't understand. It's because they're just all new tools. All this being taught, the only thing that you're born with is, I don't even know what you're born with. This is a technique. You're being taught how to use tools.
Yeah.
When you're feeling comfortable with it, that's when what's inside of you is expressed. So talent happens. It's very rare. And a lot of the masters are masters because they put 10,000 hours of work into it.
Mm.
And they had a desire. That's all it takes. Having a desire, the need to be able to do this,
Mm-hmm.
shutting the brain down, allowing yourself to play and grow into it, and experimenting. Yeah. Everyone becomes incredible. Your son's probably just jealous.
Right.
That's right.
yeah, I bet. Yeah.
And if you get the background on, if it's competing with your apples, which I'll do that on purpose. I'll get mine on while I'm not even doing it on purpose. It's happening on my painting. So I'm going to exaggerate it. And I'll get the other screen back up. Diane, where are you working at? Diane's sister.
I'm putting the wrong color blue on mine.
Is it?
It just doesn't look like, well, I don't know.
It's not doing what you want it to do?
No,
Dang it.
it's like in my face blue.
So do you need to mute it?
Yeah, I keep adding white. I think I should have started with the other blue, not the sky blue.
Oh, it's too bright then.
Yeah. So can I add a little bit of the other blue to dull it down a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. And I would mix it with white. I'd get white in there.
I got tons of white in it.
Or that yellow in the painting. Okay, I'm doing a gut check. Diane, how are you doing? Yes, sir.
It's coming.
Is it coming?
It's coming.
You
Like
ready
I
to
said.
show it?
Let me get one little area up and I'll give you my bottom part.
Michelle,
Yeah.
I'm sending you my painting. I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out how to do this fold in this, in the, and I'm not liking it at
Oh, it's
all.
looking really okay. So what I want you to do is stand up and walk away from your painting and look at it. Because right now you might be looking at it too close.
And that could be, is the line too sharp on top of that fold or not?
You can soften a little bit on fabrics. Yeah, good catch. And let me change, I'm going to change my camera right here. Because you could use the background of this. Okay, fabric. All right, everyone, I'm going to have you look at this and see if you can see it here. So,
There,
do you see this fold right here?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Mm.
There's like a soft bit of value right here, which softens. So it's light through here. There's a mid-tone here, and then gets a little dimmer here. And here's where that edge is on the back of the fold. Not on this side of the fold, but behind the fold. Do you see that shadow back here? So
Mm-hmm.
the sharp edge is back here. So for you on your painting, I think what you can do, because right now you've got the dark and light right here
Hold that
across.
up a little, hold it up a little bit, up. There we go. Yeah,
You got it? So do you
yes,
see that hard line that you have right here at the top of the fold?
yes.
Mix a mid-tone, even like this color that you have here.
Mm-hmm,
Run that across that.
okay,
Run like a little strip across it. Try to keep the strip soft edge on both sides, or
okay.
hard on the left towards the shadow and lighter on the right, softer on the right. And see what that does. What are you going to do with your background, Lisa?
Oh, the background?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I like the real clean look that you have on it. It's real pretty. The
I
the
just,
pro- the problem, the thing that it's a little bit um worrisome or not,
right,
that's hurting you, is I think coming up with some type of a drape right here, you're gonna like that.
right.
And I wouldn't make it as dark blue or bright blue as what you have. Maybe since this is fabric, maybe you can pull the fabric up this way, but the background make it a little bit, well, it's not flat. Um, well, shoot, I don't want to make it dimmer. I don't want, well, what do you think? You could make it darker because you see how this is catching the light, but this is a little bit dimmer, a little bit darker. You could do that. Keep it at maybe about the same value as the bucket.
Okay,
And if it's an epic fail, just wash it off with wet paint or wet with wet paint with water, a wet rag, or you can paint over it with white. But it needs to be darker. And you'll like that. You'll actually like that. You almost have it right here. You almost have it right here where it's a little dimmer. And do you see
mm-hmm,
how it does this?
mm-hmm.
That's really nice. And you almost have a little fold over here on this side. I'd go ahead and put another little rumple over here.
Yeah, I know
Next.
there's one over there, but I was trying to get one done at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
And then that's going to create a little V down here, which is interesting. And compositionally will be really pretty.
1:30.
Both those lines will pull you up, man.
Bless.
Okay, Sister Diane, what you got?
Okay, I'm sending.
I'm
Yeah.
putting in, I'm just laying down some blue to get it out of the yellow zone
laying
so I
down,
can
taking a
put
nap.
some trees in.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
So
Diane,
right now I just got a mess.
all right. Diane, did you send yours in the group?
I'm sending right now.
Can I see your picture again? That you're painting?
Oh, my painting. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Nancy, I want to see what you've got.
Okay. Can I hold it up, or is it better to see it, take a picture?
Take a picture and drop it. Wait, let me see. I just saw it flying up in the air.
Go up higher.
Oh, nice. Take a picture and drop it, and let's talk about it. Are you working on the fabric yet? Where you at? In the
In the
background?
back, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. Dang, this is looking good. Okay. Let me get where's my iPad? Tiny? Okay, what do you think about putting some shadows where the apples are? Just so it doesn't look like it's laying.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Diane Esser.
Yes, that would be great.
So
It looked like they're just
they're
Yeah.
just
here.
kind of sitting on the bucket. And I would go ahead and take the fabric up here up to the bucket so that the bucket's laying on the fabric too.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, if it's okay, it looks like the same. But yours looks good too, I swear.
So do you see that, Diane? Right?
I was going to
Yeah.
put that other cloth behind there, but that's okay.
You're going to put what up there?
See how in your picture you've got like your blue
Yeah.
in your original picture? You've draped and then dropped it into that drape on the other side of the.
Oh, you're going to put the blue under there.
I was.
Keep it dark.
But I can bring it up.
Yeah, because you don't really. I think it would be better to have the fabric under it than the drape under it.
Okay, I'll do that.
And even your bucket, let's bring your bucket down. You had that here. Bring your bucket down like through here. Too much. That'll be triage. Never mind. Bring
No, it's fine. I'll do that.
You want to? These apples. Oh my gosh. You guys, your apples are so gorgeous. Every one of you. Bravo. They're so beautiful. For never being able to draw, first time to paint an apple. Look at these apples. They're gorgeous. Okay. Enough.
I'll drop that down and then I'll add and bring that down further and then I'll bring my towel up higher. Okay.
Yeah. Then the apples don't look like they're trying to get onto I think it's better to give the feeling that the cloth is underneath all of it.
I can do that. I'll mix and paint it.
And then do you see my colors that I have? Let me show you my colors that I have underneath for the shadows.
A little bit of green under the green. Yeah.
There's a little green, a little bit red. Do you see that?
Okay. I'll add that.
And I pulled it over into this square a little bit. It's just it's a little bit messy, but you'll get some color down there.
It'll pull it. Okay, I'll do that. Let me fix my bucket and then start there and then
then you'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
And something else, do you see this line right here?
No.
I gotta decide. I think I'm gonna put that here. Let me use an orange. Right here. Do you see this line right there?
No. I'm not seeing it on camera.
Let me change cameras.
Reading paint? Yeah.
Okay, this line right here.
Yes.
I kind of like that, although I'm right on the edge. It would be hard. So,
It can be done if the towel's raised.
yeah.
See a different line there.
For me, well, I could. Okay, I'll do it on mine. Then I could show it.
This kind of looks like the towels.
So what I'm talking about is right here.
Yeah, it
And
does.
it gives like a table feeling to it.
It
So
does.
I'm going to change it because I kind of like it. So I'm going to mix up some of that blue color in the background and then pull it this way and then do that and see if I like it.
I'm gonna
So
see if I can catch this purple that I
it kind of
think-
creates a little bit of a table here. And I'm not liking it completely. So what I'll do, I don't like the angle is wrong. So I'm just going to take a paper towel, get some water. I'm just going to wipe it out and re-establish that line. I don't know.
It's in the fabric.
I'm liking it better this way.
Oh, that,
Cut it
yeah,
off.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just like, suck it,
So
yeah.
mine, I'm just too close to the edge. I can't do it.
I mean, that's okay if that's what I want it to look like.
Okay, Nancy, let's look at yours.
Okay.
Similar to, I'm liking what you've got here. Similar to what Diane's is. You just putting some shadow underneath your apples would be nice.
Okay.
And do you want to keep it a blue and blue cloth or do you want to add some white over it?
Oh, well, that's what I was trying to decide. I think it needs more white
I
a
agree.
little bit.
I think it'd be more interesting. And your color for the back and for the cloth is really pretty. Do you see how Nancy dropped it in the group? What I like about it, the background cloth, it's not really blue. It's kind of a soft purple, warm purple, and it's taking on the color of the bucket. So it's okay for that cloth to be different because it's a different fabric. But what if you took some of that, this color, this background, and pull it over here a little bit lighter? So then it looks like the cloth is underneath it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying there.
And then the tablecloth, go ahead and start mixing up some lighter color of blue and, give it some of this fabric look. And with that,
That's what I was struggling with getting that, where it looks like the fabric is folded.
so where's your fold at? Is it right here?
I don't know, I lost the fold.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw on it. How to
Well,
reestablish
I was struggling with the picture that you sent is a little different
than the original.
than the original. So that's where I was having trouble with the lines of the cloth and
Yeah, it's kind of what I did was I just looked at that and with this apple over here, um, it comes out here. So I just kind of looked at the apple and then I didn't do exactly what
Yeah.
I saw, but I did what felt right. So you're
Yeah.
fine. You're fine. You're fine here.
Okay.
Let's do a little bit of triage though. So one thing you do have that's kind of fighting you is, do you see, everyone, do you see how this Nancy on her, this student on her drawing, do you see this little X right here?
Yeah.
Yes.
That becomes X marks the spot. And that
Mm.
may not be the spot that you want.
No, probably not.
So with that, it would be easier just to make your apple a little bit rounder
Okay.
and just darken, do that. And which is nice because then you could put a little bit of a shadow over in here
Okay.
and just put some, leave that light. So then you could start doing some shadow work. And then your folds. So I see. So you have a fold right through here or
Yeah.
here? Through here? I'm looking at the photo. Let's take a fold through here. There we go. So that would be a fold. And then let's go ahead to make the cloth look cloth-like. Go ahead and we're going to take the table like this and go up and then down and bring it down this way. So make this part of the table and then this is your tea towel. And then your I'm not sure. Do you want it there? Do you want the fold there? I just did it there because you have this. Or do you want it over here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ah, all
Um,
right. Let's keep it here. And then I would change this. This is confusing, these two
right. Yeah,
lines.
I know that. Yes, I agree.
And you almost have a fold here, which is nice. So let's go with what you've got. We'll go back. So go here, here, there. Okay. So this is the table. That's this part. Um, oh, you could have a fold here and a fold here. So you can have two folds. How's that? That's cool.
Sure. Perfect.
And then what you'll do here is get rid of one of these lines. So, and then we'll go here and this will come over here and then goes here and then over. I put some more in here. Go ahead with this line here. So now you could start playing with the lines like this. I gotta get darker. There we go. Now, bring this one over here. Maybe erase this one right here. So have I completely confused you? There, let's do that. Let's do this. This brings some order to your lines here. I got that too dark. There. Okay. All right. I'm just pulling some order to your lines. Oh, and then if you go lighter, then you can just paint out the shadow. Like this. There you go. This is good over in here. This is maybe a little bit lighter over in here. But see how I'm creating shadows by painting out the light?
Yeah.
And don't get too light in the back. There you go. Whew. And then let's go dark. And then get your, you want to get your stripes so that they're a little bit more believable. There you go. All right. I'll do done and I'll send this to you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you. My paint getting all dry.
So you got it. It's just, and actually, when you see this, when you lighten up those squares, you're gonna like that.
Yeah.
And it'll create a shadow with you without you having to paint a bunch of shadows. Some of them you might want to go a little darker because this is so radically, this is too of a hard of an edge. So you might want to put some darker color under here so it makes it doesn't look like it's floating off the table. Okay. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah. Well, I'm getting there.
Uh,
I'm mixing more paint because I'm already running out of that.
It's going dry.
Yeah, well, just running out of the blue, but I need to make it lighter anyway, so.
And you can get close to the color. And so when I'm talking about stuff like this, the apple, imagine we're in drawing class with a fine charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
And do you see how the the values are too gray and the edge is too hard? But you want the
Yeah.
apple to feel like it's sitting on the table. So you need to
Yeah.
put a little bit dimmer color underneath it and soften that edge,
Okay, yeah.
which you would automatically do that with vine charcoal. There's a thing
Yeah.
that happens the minute you get a different tool in your hand, like a paintbrush, your brain goes dead. Like, okay, now what do I do? But you really know what to do. You just you haven't done it with color yet. But if it's floating, the edge is too hard, the contrast and values too gray. So you just like for this apple, I'm gonna put a little shadow under it so it doesn't look like it's hovering. And I'll just I'm mixing up a dark color under here. And I'm just gonna kind of scumple it in just to soften it. And then you see how I'm putting a shadow without, I might take some of that color up. There.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like with the color, I get so lost in concentrating on the color that I forget about
The other stuff, yeah.
the other stuff. Yeah, the basic principles.
That's normal. Congratulations. You're 100% normal.
Larry might argue that point, but I'll tell him you said so.
Yeah. My art teacher said I'm normal. Which can be questionable, right? So
I was like, I need a reference point here.
So I didn't really even think about what color that's going to be. Okay. But do you see how that softened the apple and made it sit?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
didn't mix the perfect color. I didn't overthink it. I just mixed a little bit of a muddy blue. I took all three colors and scumbled it in, took the color up onto the apple a little bit because the apple was a little bit too bright, and boom, done. That's where I wish I had oil paint because my color would be a little bit cleaner. I'm still working out with acrylics. We're not best buddies yet. We're still working on it.
Michelle, I sent you mine that had like the base done. I don't know if I'm real thrilled with the fabric folds, but
They're
I'm
great.
getting
They're looking really good.
I'm getting ready to start that drape over to the side.
Okay, put that on, then you can decide. The only thing with your fold is this one's going in the shadow. So this is a beautiful fold, but when it goes into the shadow, it needs to get dimmer. It's too bright.
Okay, I can
So
do that.
especially right here, you want to dim that
Yes,
down. You see it? You can see it
yes, I
now.
do. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
This is looking really beautiful. And then when you do your bucket, I'm gonna have you do something. This is just something that I noticed
I thought I did
and
for
get
that.
do you see how the bucket comes to a point right here
Yes.
when you're painting? But in reality, look how round it is.
Okay.
You see
Well, and
that?
I can do that when I do that drape.
100%. That's exactly right. And just you're gonna be rounding it probably all the way up here, maybe about 2 inches in, and then you're just gonna make it really
Make
rounded.
it round. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
From a distance. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous. You
Is
should
Susan
see
doing something really cool?
Well, you should see her barn. It's my stones. They
I
came
want to
out.
see it.
Okay. It's really pretty. It's an aha moment.
Woohoo! I'm painting so thin right now. That's all right. Okay, where are you putting it, Susan?
I just sent it
Oh, I see it.
in the thing.
Nice. Look at that. You're doing it.
Okay.
Sweet.
I think I'm done for the day.
Sweet. Awesome. What time are we? 15 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to show you something real quick. Do you see how this tree back here? I'm going to show you something. I want this to look like it's out a window or in the distance. And right now, the way I have it, it's popping forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to dip it in the water just a little bit. And I'm hoping this works. I'm mixing up a little bit of a blue. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's it.
Hard to see with the pictures. There you go. Move it over. Yeah, thank
Did
you.
you get it?
Yeah, gotta go more to our left. Here you go.
Is that good?
It's better. Yeah.
So I'm putting just a film. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm just putting just a quick little watery. It's this thin. It's not thick paint. I'm just using a little bit of water and making a real thin veil over it.
So the theory behind that is to
I'm pushing it back.
darken the distance.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it gets too mucky, I can go back over it and bring out the light. And I could use a towel. So I'm putting just a glazed layer over the top of it. One thing, did I bring it in?
No, I can recycle.
Okay, for next class, and I'll definitely send this out to everyone. But I'm going to have you pick up, we're going to do something a little different. And I want to start playing with textures and palette knife painting.
Oh boy.
I've got
Yippee.
something like this.
Oh wow.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
So
You
I
have a
want
lot
you,
of confidence in us.
oh, well, I want you to do landscape. And with landscape, you could do a really hard edge and flat, but there's a lot of texture in landscape. And I mean, you could see grasses in here, right? You can see trees. Painting like this, getting color on it is a lot. It's fun. So we're going to do something simple. And
Okay.
so you want multiple canvases, and there's a product I'm going to have you buy at Hobby Lobby. Sister Diana, are they running a sale on paints right now?
I don't know. I
Yes.
didn't stop yet.
Were.
They are?
They were 30% off last time I was there. I don't know if it's still on.
That was Monday.
Oh, then the only thing, this is Liquitex, so it might not be for sale, but it's 13 bucks. But this will actually, you're going to like this because you can add it to your paint and it makes it thicker. So you know how thin our paint is?
Yes.
You're going to be able to add this into it and it's going to thicken it. And I think it's a retarder, so it's going to slow the drying time. So get this. If you can't get to Hobby Lobby, then you can order it online. You could buy it online. Okay?
Okay.
The Hobby Lobby, you could buy it. Check Amazon, it might be the same. Right now, it costs 13 bucks. And I'll get you a picture of what it looks like. And you want your palette knives. And I've got stuff like this.
The plastic one just.
I'll give you a list of stuff. Cheap stuff. I'll get you a list. Okay.
We also have to babysit for Eli on Tuesday.
Yeah, so I want to change my video. And remember, all of you, when you're painting, the best thing is to stand up. And the reason why it's good to stand up is because when you're painting like this, you see all the detail, you see too much. And really, you need to be walking back and coming in. So you walk back, make a decision, and go in and paint it. So you should wear a line between in the grass if you're painting outside between you and the painting. But do you see how this? Yeah, I'm loving this.
Very pretty.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's more
Yeah,
impressionistic.
it's beautiful. I like the background stuff.
And it's not finished. It's all simple, just brushy. You tend to paint tight, get brushy. If you tend to paint brushy, get tighter. This is how you start exercising your muscles and trying something different and allow yourself to play.
Well, this
And
is different for me.
is it different? Yeah,
Yeah.
you usually paint tighter, don't you?
A little bit. I'm gonna try to focus on just doing that.
Try to allow yourself to do it. And really, I love palette knife painting. I painted this way 20 years ago, and it was one of those things I was gifted at it. And it was easy. It took me 20 years before I would allow myself to paint with a palette knife. So When I say allow yourself, give yourself permission to try loose. It's just a piece of cheap board. If it turns out like crap, show it to no one, paint over it, paint something on top of it, throw it away, chew it up, stomp on it, and cut it up, right? But to not try that's holding yourself back. And then try, if you're really loose in your painting, try to get really tight. So we're just exercising that muscle of allowing yourself to play. And it's just a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun. Because I used to be a very tight painter, and then I'd end up hating what I painted. I felt like I was stifled. I felt this choking. I always wanted to be looser, but I wasn't allowing myself to be looser. So I'm telling you all stuff that I wish someone would have said when I was younger. Because I had to know, okay, why am I doing this? What is the reason for this? Why does it look good? I had all those whys, and rather to allow myself to play. Okay?
Just like
And don't show your husband, don't show your kids. This is yours. Because
Here, let me show you what I did.
I showed my very first watercolor to my parents, and they made fun of it.
No.
And that hurt. That holds you back.
Yeah.
That, they thought it was funny, but new artists, we don't think it's funny, right?
it's hard because you're trying to learn.
Another thing.
And if you didn't do that right, maybe I'll have to do it again and again. So you just
I
learn.
know, but you have to.
Diane, that's brilliant. It's a lot more fun that way, right?
Yes.
And then you get to the point, okay, make fun of it, I don't care.
Yeah, I bet.
How many canvases do we need for next week?
Well, let's do 4. 8 by 10s. We're going to keep them small, and we're just going to play. And the first one might be tight. That's all right. The second one could be looser. The first one might be overly loose, willy-nilly, then you get tighter. So we're just going to allow ourselves to play with this stuff.
Do we need a different palette knife, or is the one you had us get?
The one you have is good. That's the one I would use.
Okay.
And there's some other tools when you go to Hobby Lobby. These. And you can pick up a pack of these pretty cheap. They're scrapers.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
also, I'm going to have you get some foam brushes. Just inexpensive foam brushes. So
Will you just send us a list?
I will send you a list.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what do
Any
y'all
questions?
think? Any questions?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just getting ready to start the drape at the back. Did you tell me gray or gray purple?
Gray purple.
Okay. I got a really pretty gray.
You try that. You can put that on and then put another color over the top of it.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I will do that.
Okay, you guys are armed and dangerous. The
All right.
photos in the group, so you can play with your backgrounds. And
What size canvas? Is it 8 by 10s for
Yeah.
next week?
8 by 10s.
Okay.
We're going to keep it smaller.
I mean,
Then you're not trying to fill a big canvas. Although I say that, the thing about a big canvas is then you can move your body. But let's go small.
I think I still have an 8 by 10 left of the stuff you told us to get.
Okay.
So
Right.
yes, I still have one 8 by
Do
10.
you have
So
11 by 14s? Do you guys have those?
no, you just had us get 11 by 14. I guess
I
this is.
think I've got one left.
I do too.
Okay, you could use that.
Okay, and then some 8 by 10s.
And then some 8 by 10s.
Okay.
8 by 10s and 11 by 15.
And you might as well pick up, because we've got another class after that. And then we're going to do a landscape. And then we're going to talk about, Susan did preemptive with the clouds. Then we're going to talk about how to paint clouds and stuff. Oh, Dan, what do you have? Look at that.
Pretty.
I still have to dab in some other colors.
And your greens, are they super bright or are they muted down?
My grassy green's kind of bright.
It's all bright. So that's all right because then
Good.
you saw how I muted it down because you want to
All
push
right.
it back.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, next week. Oh, what'd y'all think?
Liked it.
Was it fun to have an open studio?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we'll be in touch tomorrow and see.
Okay, good. Good. This is good. All right, we're done.
Bye.
I gotta go. Bye, Dan. I
Bye.
said it.
Yeah.
Bye, Diane times two.